New at 11 o'clock, 2 bills have been signed into law in Nevada benefiting survivors of domestic violence. 8 News Now reporter Darlene Melendez explains the changes and also talks to a survivor about just how much of a difference the legislation will make.
There can be entire families that are at risk when someone escapes domestic violence.
Liz Ordenberger is the CEO of SafeNest. The organization works directly with domestic violence victims. This year, Ordenberger testified in front of Nevada lawmakers during the legislative session.
We saw some real opportunities for domestic violence to be elevated, and we saw some great bills come through that we were able to support.
As of Monday, 2 of those bills have been signed into law. AB 60 increases penalties on domestic violence crimes and updates Nevada's stalking law. AB 41 allows survivors of domestic violence to use false addresses for their utility bills as protection from their abusers.
Confidentiality is extremely important in these situations.
Linda Perez is the executive director of the Shade Tree, another organization that helps domestic violence victims in the Valley. The journey to survival isn't easy, and it's one Perez knows well.
So I grew up in a domestic violence home, so I watched my mom go through it. So as a child, that became normal to me. What I said I would never be involved in, I was actually in. And when I finally got to a point where I thought I was going to lose my life, it reminded me that I had so much more to live for.
The new laws will help people like Perez reclaim their lives, but Nevada still ranks high when it comes to domestic violence, so the fight isn't over. Next in ending the cycle, efforts to help traumatized children and batterer intervention.
So we're excited to do education around that in the interim, and then look at what legislation we can sponsor to really bring that to the forefront, because that is the answer to creating a state that is domestic violence free.
Darlene Melendez, 8 News Now.